Right, you lot, what are you saying? So, obviously, if you saw my last video, you saw that I was back with some, just speaking in front of the camera type of thing. If you haven't seen it, check down below. So obviously, I'm back with a new video today, which is, I think that it might be quite interesting to a lot of people. Alright, so obviously, right, this video today that I'm doing is about how law of attraction led me into believing in Jesus and led me into believing in the Bible and all them type of things. It's just something interesting that which I thought I might share out to you lot, right? So a little bit of a backstory on how I got into law of attraction. So when I used to actually be younger, I started watching fighting and stuff like that. And if you lot have heard about the fight of Conor McGregor, so I used to watch him. It was like the first one that I watched on MMA, boxing, whatever it was. And obviously I'm watching that, and then what happened was, right, so he used to preach about the law of attraction. And then obviously I started looking into it more because I had like little confidence issues, whatever, when I was younger. And then I thought, law of attraction is something that might bring me that. So I started looking into it, started seeing how he came from nothing and became something. And it was like interesting to me because obviously you could just see it working, and he kept on talking about it. So it made me believe in it. So law of attraction, right? If you lot don't know what it is, I've got a little description of it right here, right? Law of attraction is a belief system suggesting that positive or negative thoughts bring about positive or negative experiences in a person's life. So law of attraction is basically like you speak it, believe it, and then receive it. You know what I'm saying? Like you basically, how you are depends on how you attract things. So yeah, I was using law of attraction for like obviously my confidence and stuff like that. Just trying to change my life around, And I carried on using this. I actually believed this for quite a long time. And it was something that I used to like, I really believe it, you know what I'm saying? I actually do believe that it does work, but I'm going to explain why I think that is, right? So law of attraction, obviously the world talks about law of attraction. Everyone does law of attraction, but um, so obviously I was doing this, yeah, and then about 2 years ago, I actually got into my religious belief, which is Jesus Christ, the Bible, everything like that, because I'm a Christian. So I used to see like quotes on Instagram and stuff like that, Bible verses on Instagram about certain things, about how, like, if you're good, you attract good things. If you know what I'm saying, like things like that. So I want to talk about how law of attraction is actually linked with the Bible, but nobody knows. You know what I'm saying? Nobody actually knows. So the law of attraction is real, but it's not its own thing. You know what I'm saying? This is what I believe. It's not its own thing. Yeah, so it's all about focusing on what you want and then acting a certain type of way in order to get the goal, right? But the interesting thing that I found was, so when I was getting into Christianity, because before I grew up in a Christian household, but I never believed straight away. It takes a bit of time to understand these things. Not saying I didn't believe, but I just did not understand, you know what I'm saying? So I took time. It took me a long time before I could actually understand it, especially when I was getting older and understanding things like law of attraction. And then I became kind of, I can't remember what the name is called, philosophical, right? I became philosophical. And I believe that this helped me to get a lot of the things that I got, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like it did help me in moving a few steps in my life. So about a year ago, I actually started believing. I started looking more into the Bible and stuff like that, just trying to understand it a lot more. And so when I was actually looking at these things, I used to have Bible verses and stuff that used to pop up on my social media, like on my Instagram, because I was so into the law of attraction and stuff like that. These things um, come into my Instagram. So I started seeing Bible verses and Bible quotes, and then something clicked with me because I'd been using law of attraction, but then like obviously at this point I was getting interested in Christianity and stuff like that, and then so I'm using law of attraction, and then what was interesting to me is the law of attraction is actually linked to the Bible, and nobody actually knows. So I'm gonna go through the core principles of law of attraction, right? And we'll just break it down as I go through. So thoughts become things. The law of attraction posits that your thoughts are a form of energy, and attracts like. Positive thoughts attract positive experiences, and negative thoughts attract negative experiences, right? And this is actually true. So if you're like going around, you're like an angry person, you're only gonna get bad responses or something like that. Or if you go out and then you like, you're not like, let's say if you always look at negative things in life, you're always gonna see negative things. You're never gonna see nothing positive, you know what I'm saying? So this is actually pretty true. So but this is the thing that's actually biblical, you know what I mean? That people don't actually know this, but it's actually biblical. So I'm gonna put some things on the screen of the things that I mean, because I can't remember off the top of my head, but I know that it's biblical. So thoughts become things. It's basically like it's as obvious as it is. So if you think positively, you'll get positive things, you know what I'm saying? So the actual funny thing is, in the Bible, it actually talks about things like this. It talks about, if you are like good, or if you only focus on doing good, whatever, you will only be in the good section, you know what I'm saying? But then if you're like, especially in the book of Proverbs, this is where it talks about it a lot, where it talks about like the wicked will only like saying that things like they'll die in violence because they feed, like if you feed violence, you get violence, you know what I'm saying? Like what you reap is what you sow. So what you give out is what you're gonna get. You know what I'm saying? Which is a biblical term, and I don't know if anyone actually ever clocks these things, you know what I'm saying? Like the law of attraction is a biblical thing, you know what I'm saying? So these are the little things that I started to realize, especially when I was reading the book of Proverbs. So obviously, thoughts become things and stuff like that. In the Bible, it actually talks about like how if you're wicked or if you plan on evil and stuff like that, you'll only get what you give out. You know what I mean? If you feed evil, you'll get evil. So it's just little interesting things like that I was looking at in the Bible, and it started to click with me as like all these things that I was believing back then are all biblical. You know what I'm saying? Like things that you think that you would know. Everyone actually walks around and they say you reap what you sow, you give what you get. And it's true, you know what I'm saying? Like we might live in a physical world, but there's a lot of spiritual things in play. You know what I'm saying? Whether people want to admit it or not, I believe that there's a lot of spiritual things in play. And there's a lot of physical things in play. And I'm saying like even something like love is a spiritual thing. You know what I mean? Like if you fall in love with someone, it's actually like a spiritual experience, you know what I'm saying? It's not like something that you don't see it physically, but you feel it, you know what I'm saying? Things like that, emotions and stuff like that, and just the way even something like a coincidence. There's no such thing as a coincidence. These are the things that I like to say. There's no such thing as a coincidence, and there's no such thing as good luck or bad luck, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think so, me personally. I could be wrong. You know what I'm saying? I could be wrong, but I don't think so. Because I think that everything starts with you. You know what I'm saying? What you are like, you are going to get. And the thing is, if you live an honest life, your whole life, you know what I'm saying? If you try your best to be honest, whatever, you're going to get repaid back that type of thing. You know what I'm saying? Like if you go around, like for example, if you're in a relationship, you go around cheating on your girlfriends, you're gonna lose trust. They're never gonna see relationships in a good way because you're so used to doing it in that way. You know what I'm saying? Like friendships, if you're gonna always stabbing people in the back, that's all that's gonna happen to you. If you go around thieving and stuff like that, it's all that's gonna start happening to you. So I do actually believe that, and that's how I believe that point especially is, biblical. You know what I'm saying? Like, and not a lot of people know about it. So I just wanna be here and spread that. So move on to the second one. Focus and intention. By deliberately focusing your attention and energy on what you desire, you can manifest those desires into reality. So this is basically like saying, I want this car, or I want this relationship, or I want this, you know what I'm saying? Like staying focused on something that you want, and then you just keep on telling yourself every day, maybe I'm going to get this, you know what I'm saying? Instead of saying I want this, I'm going to be saying I'm going to get this. I'm going to get this every day, just saying I'm going to get this, I'm going to get this. And then obviously, in turn, that basically means that you're going to get it, which actually is a biblical thing as well. But so what it basically says is like if you focus on trying to be who you want to be or whatever, you focus on that, you'll end up getting that. The funny thing is there's actually a Bible quote that says that if you pray for something and you act like you've already received it, it will come to you. You know what I'm saying? So it's all a matter of, it's all a matter of faith. Even though this one you don't have faith in like necessarily God, but you've got faith in that you're like hoping, you're hopeful that you're gonna get it, and you're just having faith in it. You're staying focused on it. You know what I'm saying? You're not being swayed by little things, which is the exact same thing that is biblical. You know what I'm saying? Like if you let's say like you want something, you ask for it in prayer. Praying for it is like, it's all biblical to me. You know what I'm saying? Like you're focusing on something that you want. It's always in your head, and then you give it to, let's say, obviously in Christianity the difference is like you want something, you pray to God, but then that the bit where it all connects together is where, like, obviously if you go down and you pray and then you're like, oh, I want to improve my life, or I want to do this, and then you act like it's already done. You have faith in that it's gonna be done. It will be done. You know what I'm saying? Like, so these are things that are like, so they're so connected to each other. You know what I'm saying? And I think that the law of attraction comes from the Bible. There's no way that you have this law of attraction without having the Bible, or Christian beliefs. You know what I'm saying? If you know what I mean, like, it's all comes from the Bible. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think that a lot of people know about it. You know what I mean? So focus and intention, it's exactly the same as praying for something and acting like you've already received it. So, and the only difference is when you actually go into Christianity and you believe in Jesus, you're actually guaranteed to get what you want. That's the thing. Like, you're guaranteed. This is the thing that no one else will tell you. Like, if you actually, sometimes obviously God might lead you down a different path. Not saying that every single thing you pray for, but I feel like even if it leads you down a different path, you eventually get to where you feel like you're meant to be. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's all like, I feel like God will put you onto this perfect plan where, like, sometimes you might not know what's happening, but he's doing work behind the scenes, and then later on you'll think, oh, this is the reason why this happened. Like, why you might go through bad moments, and you're like, you're going through a bad challenging moment, and then you're thinking, like, you might be praying every day and then you're not getting whatever you wanting to get, but in reality God's doing work in the background. Like, you're out here obviously praying for it, and then you're feeling like you haven't received it, but you're staying faithful, whatever. And then, like, later on down the line you'll realize, like, let's say for example you are trying to get into love or something, you're trying to find the love of your life, and then, like, God might put you in a relationship and you might think, yes, I've got it, but then in that relationship you might actually fail the first relationship, just in order for him to give you the strength or the understanding, you know what I'm saying, that you might need to hold up your actual relationship. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's little things like that, you know what I'm saying? And so focus and intention, very, very, it's very, very close to, it literally is what Christianity is. It's just a different form. It's a different form of, like, let's say this is obviously law of attraction, so people would understand this is law of attraction, but the beliefs, the core principles are biblical. You know what I'm saying? So it's a biblical thing. Things like staying focused on what you want, like you're staying focused on your faith, you're staying focused on, like, Jesus, for example, and then, like, that's what gives you the things that you want. You're staying faithful, you're staying just doing the same thing. Like, these are all things that it just clicked to me, and I thought I may as well put this on a video, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's interesting. So vibration and frequency, the theory that suggests the theory suggests that everything in the universe vibrates at a certain frequency. When you align your thoughts and emotion with the frequency of your desires, you increase your chances of attracting them into your life. So obviously that's like vibrations, and the frequencies, like your energy, you know what I'm saying, what you vibrate out. So that's, for example, like, if you're like a negative person, you're gonna vibrate negativity. If you're like a positive person, you're gonna vibrate positivity, you know what I'm saying? Like, or let's say, even for example, if you find yourself, you vibrate what you are, you know what I'm saying? So same thing, it's all, biblical, because I've seen similar things like this in the Bible, like what vibrations and frequencies, like, for example, like, and this is why I believe in it more, because when you're actually reading the Bible, and you're trying to understand the beliefs and things that you're meant to do, it's like, obviously And these are the things what it talks about. If you're good, or if you're always giving, it even says in wisdom, yeah, the the lips of the wise give life. You know what I'm saying? Like, but then the lips of the wicked are deceiving. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's all things like that. Like, where like where it even says that if the lips of the wise give life. You know what I'm saying? Like, what that basically means is like, if you speak to someone that's wise, or someone that's, if you speak to someone that's wise, they're giving you, like, it's feeding you hope, it's feeding you, like, you feel more alive. But if someone, like, is negative and like speaking to you, you feel like you're beat down, like if someone's coming over to you, like, you can't do this, you can't do that. Versus someone saying, like, telling you you can do, you can, you know what I mean? Like, it gives you life. So these are things that, like, I believe in and stuff like that. A lot of them just come from the book of Proverbs, to be honest, from what I see right now. But it's all around the Bible, you know what I'm saying? It's all the same thing. It's just repeated, repeated, repeated. And it's true as well. Because if law of attraction can be true, then of course the Bible can be true, because it's the exact same thing. It's all about faith. The law of attraction is actually a faith thing. You're not really necessarily, it's all about, I want to get this car. I don't know how I'm going to get this car, but I'm going to focus on this car as if I'm going to get it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm going to act like I've already got the car, which is what it is, Christianity. You have faith in, like, that you're saved, you know what I'm saying? You know that you're, like, going to be okay. Instead of, like, it even talks about in the Bible, like, give all your worries to God, you know what I'm saying? Like, tomorrow's going to worry about itself. Things like that, because it's like, you're having faith, you're just walking in faith. It tells you to be courageous. Have I not commanded you to be courageous? And stuff like that. So it's things like, you're walking in faith, not because you'll be in your life, you won't necessarily know. Like, you might not necessarily feel like it's got how it's gonna be, but you have to just walk in faith. You walk in with your knowledge, you know what I'm saying? You're not walking by what you see or what you feel, or you know what I'm saying, thoughts that are going through your head. You just going for what you want, staying focused on what you want. There's a Bible verse in the Bible which actually says, like, you should don't focus on what you're feeling, but rather on, like, walk in faith rather than what you feel. Like, you know what I mean? Like, don't like, it always tells you about, don't interact with, like, what you see, or, like, you don't interact with the world. It all starts from here. You know what I'm saying? It all starts from here, having faith. Like, so you might be going through a negative time in your life, but you're staying hopeful, you're remaining faithful and stuff like that. And these are the things that the law of attraction preaches, and these things are biblical. You know what I'm saying? And these are the things that are, like, help. They just made me think, like, this is all the same, and it even made me believe in Christianity even more, because I was trying to realize all these things that I've been looking at for years have all been in the Bible. You know what I'm saying? So this is how, obviously, the law of attraction helped me into getting into the Bible and stuff like that. So the last one is gratitude and appreciation. Practicing gratitude and appreciating the good things in your life is believed to raise your vibrational frequencies and attract more abundance, right? Abundance, that's a good word, right? So obviously, what that's saying is, like, if you're, like, let's say sometimes you might be, like, in a bad moment in your life, but, like, everything's going bad, but instead of, like, focusing on what's bad, you're actually starting to focus on, like, the little good things in your life. You know what I'm saying? Like, you might have no money, whatever, you know what I'm saying, but you might have a bed to sleep in, or you've got, like, you might have not the best food, like, what you want to eat, but you still got something to eat. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's canned beans, a can of soup and bread, compared to, like, having a 5-star meal, but you're still having something to eat. It's all about noticing to just be thankful with what you have. You know what I mean? Like, be thankful for what you have, and, like, don't walk around, like, don't walk around being proud. You know what I'm saying? You're not like, I've got this, and, like, it makes you, like, sometimes people get things, and then them things start running the person instead of the person running them things. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a quote that Floyd Mayweather said. I don't know how true it is to him or not, but, like, he says, money don't make me, I make money. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's things like that where you gotta remember to just not be attached to the things that you've made, and, like, just, it's all about being humble, being humility and stuff like that. So how this links into the Bible, gratitude and stuff, it's like it actually says when you're like just living out in your day-to-day life, uh just be thankful for having enough, you know what I'm saying? Like just be thankful for, don't ever need too much, you know what I'm saying? Like just be thankful for what you already have. You know what I'm saying? Otherwise you won't get anything else because you're not thankful for or what you already have. You know what I'm saying? So it even says about there's actually one where it says like, I think it's a psalm where it says, uh please Lord, give me just enough for me to survive because I may grow too rich and then start thinking and then forget who my Lord is. Which actually means like obviously you've got your desires to get rich and like God knows what you desire, you know what I'm saying? And he'll give you what you desire based on your works, based on who you are, you know what I'm saying? So if you're doing the right thing, you're praying to God, you're being thankful to God as well. And like it's things like that, like when you're praying, instead of like always asking for things, you can actually just be like, thank you for just this moment. Thank you for just having me alive, you know. Thank you for just waking up, for just waking me up today and giving me another chance at life and stuff like that. So it's things like that where, you know, you see how these things are linked. You know what I'm saying? Like gratitude and appreciation is exactly the same thing as just, you know, just being grateful for what you have. You might not have everything right now, but you're still grateful for what you have. You know what I'm saying? Like it's never really over. Like, you know, even just waking up in the morning is something to be grateful about. Just to experience this life, you know, it's something to be grateful about. And the world is corrupt, it's cursed, you know what I'm saying? Like it is cursed world. The world is evil. But there's still some like you still get your little nuggets of good, you know what I'm saying? You'll still get your little nuggets of good, like you may not have a lot of friends yet, but you're thankful for the friends that you do have. You may not have like a lot of clothes or something, but with the clothes that you have, you're thankful for. So it's all about, you know, it's all the same things, you know what I'm saying? So this is what how gratitude and appreciation link into it. Yeah, so that's basically it. That's basically all the law of attraction's got to offer, and I just wanted to come on here to just show how the law of attraction helped me to believe in the Bible. It just helped. It showed me how these two things are intertwined, and you know what? As I keep going on, I understand like how other things like just people in the normal day to day like life. You know what I'm saying? Like it's all linked to the Bible, but nobody knows. You know, things like just acting like a good person and you're attracting good things, and like how you might, you know, things like everything is a cause and effect in this world. You know what I'm saying? Everything is cause and effect. So, however, whatever you bring out is gonna come back in, and it all starts from you. And this is what the Bible preaches. It all starts from you. If you're not right, you're not gonna like. It's not gonna come to you the things that you are like. The things that you want. Of course, the core belief of Christianity is putting your faith in Christ. You know what I'm saying? You put your faith in Jesus, and then He'll give you ability to do all things. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot stronger. It's a lot stronger than any law of attraction and stuff like that is. And that's the point of this video, is to lead you guys to Christ. Anyone, whoever might see this video, whoever it might connect with, just to say, you know, if you're looking at law of attraction, you're looking for an answer, and you're like a very philosophical person and stuff like that, try reading the Bible and understand how these two things are linked, and then you realize that obviously I'm just trying to spread out that Christianity is the truth, you know what I'm saying? And like this is the reason I made this video, because I feel like all these things that are around us, especially like things such as law of attraction, like, you know, meditation and just things like fasting and stuff like that, it's all linked with the Bible. And these are things that change your life. You know, they might make you more relaxed. They might make you like start living a positive lifestyle and stuff like that. Not going out. Let's say you might be a bully, and then you might change to start trying to help people and stuff like that. You know, having gratitude. You know what I'm saying? Like being thankful. Um, Having gratitude and appreciation for things, your vibration, your frequencies and stuff like that, your focus, what you're focused on, you know, like your thoughts, even like the way that you think. You might carry yourself and you might be like a hella negative person, just even negative on yourself, where you're like, oh, beating yourself up all the time. You're like, oh, I can't make it, or, you know, you'll be like so used to just, you know, not being able to do things that you'll just assume that you can't do anything and everything. So like these things are all biblical. So if anyone that's trying to change their life, Just go to the Bible, go to Jesus Christ, and all these things, you'll understand how it's all linked to the Bible. If you're someone that's looking at law of attraction, if you're interested, go and look into the Bible, because from what I see, it's all coming from the Bible, you know what I'm saying? Especially the principles. So, and the Bible, instead of law of attraction, where it says that you could or you get a good chance of getting the life that you want, instead you're guaranteed. You're actually guaranteed in the Bible to get peace and get everything that you're ever looking for. You know what I mean? Whatever it is that you're looking for deep down, you're gonna get it in the Bible if you're genuinely looking for it. You know what I'm saying? So this is how these two things are linked, and I just wanted to make this video. Just obviously to share this, see who it might hit, and yeah. So I don't know what video I'm gonna do next. I'm just gonna take it naturally, just let it go however it goes, and just let whenever the next video comes out will come out. But this is the type of videos that I want to do. I want to just do videos, especially like, because I'm philosophical, right? I'm a philosophical person. I like to think a lot about life and why things happen. Like, it was no wonder why I got into the Bible, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, so I want to share these things out to you guys, you know what I'm saying? Things that I've learned. Share these things out, see if it might help someone else, as it's helped me in my own personal life. And remember one thing, just try to read the Bible. Focus on Jesus Christ, because I'm telling you one thing, He is the truth. He said in the Bible that He is the way, the truth, and the life. And that's no joke. It's like, and you know what? Don't feel like you're too bad for the Bible. Don't feel like you're too bad or it's too late to go to Christianity and stuff like that. Don't ever feel like it's the wrong time, because it's never the wrong time, you know what I'm saying? It's never the wrong time, and He's ready for you anytime. Like, and in actual fact, I used to like to say this, because I don't like to think that my life isn't the way that it has to be, but I like to think that my life is going the way that it's supposed to be going. Even if I'm going through good times or bad times, it's all meant to be, because I don't know if you guys have ever had it where you're going through a struggling time and then you realize, oh, I needed to go through that in order for me to go to this. You know what I'm saying? And these are things where I feel like I believe that God is guiding your life exactly how you desire it. What you truly want in life, He's giving it to you, you know what I'm saying? Like, but, you know, obviously, as humans, we just don't understand that all the time. We want, like, instant results all the time, but we don't understand if we need to learn something or we need to be better or whatever. So these are just things that I like to focus on. These are the things that I like to, I want to spread out to you guys. And yeah, and you know what? My life doesn't come from no law of attraction or anything like that. My life comes from God. It's God's plan, and I owe it all to Him. You know what I'm saying? Everything that I am, everything that I'm gonna be, I owe it all to Him. Whatever I might do on YouTube, my jobs, my money, my girlfriend, my friendships, everything, like, you know, I owe it all to Him. So these are just things that I like to these are things that I just like to, you know, obviously just this is what I just want to say, and this is why I want to point you guys in the direction, whoever might be seeing this, and I hope that it helps someone. And I guarantee you this, it's like, if you haven't been, you know, if you're looking to get into Christianity or you're looking for an answer of life, go to Christ, go to the Bible, because that's guaranteed. You're guaranteed to get what you're wanting or get what you're looking for. So yeah, so this is why I wanted to come on here, and I just wanted to just share this message. And yeah, that's about it. So hopefully you guys have a good one, and I'll see you guys next time.